Out in the frozen wilds of Alaska's Brooks Range, two men cracked open a secret so massive it rewrote everything we thought we knew about gold, geology, and even our planet. This is the story of Freddy Dodge and Juan Ibarra, and the dredge that pulled an estimated $120 million worth of gold from beneath a glacial river. But it wasn't just gold. There were Cold War relics, magnetic storms, and a hum beneath the ice that wouldn't quit. 1. The mission begins. Freddy and Juan arrived on the frozen riverbank after a hush-hush drop. The pilot handed Freddy a sealed envelope and said just one thing. This was never supposed to be found. Inside, faded coordinates, a grainy photo of a canyon split like a scar, and an assay log dated 1952 that claimed yields of 4.6 ounces per cubic yard. Numbers that defy geology, even here. But what grabbed Freddy's attention wasn't the gold figure. It was a warning stamped in red. Area designated geothermally unstable. Entry prohibited. The coordinates lay miles beyond roads, beyond records, beyond any miner's map. 2. The descent into mystery. They flew under radio silence, hugging cloud bands so thick it felt like flying through smoke. Their radar kept dying in flickers. Juan muttered, "This isn't natural." Freddy only grinned. Then we're in the right place. They landed quietly on a frozen ledge, and what they found stunned them 3. The machine in the ice. Faint mechanical scars, tread marks cutting through permafrost, and then the hull of a steel giant, cables disappearing into ice, rusted gears shining like fossils. Freddy ran his gloved hand across the hull and whispered, "This wasn't shut down. It was buried alive." They'd uncovered a dredge unlike any other, and the deeper they dug, the stranger it became. Pipes too big for mining, Soviet-era fittings welded into American design. Stenciled letters in Cyrillic. This thing wasn't built by miners, it was built for something else. Inside the control cabin was a plate stamped, Project Borealis 7. Beside it, a symbol, half gear, half atom, straight out of a Cold War test lab. What they'd awakened lied far beyond prospecting for. Re-engineering the beast. Freddy and Juan went deeper. They mapped the dredge in 3D with drones, revealed components no modern machine would adopt, hydraulic loops feeding sealed chambers, circuits feeding... What? They flew in replacement parts at night using charter cargo planes. Snow tunnel generators. Thermal camouflage tarps. The fewer who knew, the better. Then came the crates. Unmarked, arriving via snowmobile convoy. Custom hydraulic pumps, electromagnetic shielding coils, titanium bolts. Their backer, Anonymous, sent them everything. The rebuild moved faster than anyone thought possible. 5. Strange readings in the gold reveal. When Juan flipped the main switch, radios crackled within 50 miles. The ground hummed, snow buckled. "Feel that?" said Freddy. The dredge roared. The bucket chains surged. Magnetic readings went off the charts. Compasses spun like tops. GPS flickered. When the first slurry hit their tray, the sediment didn't glimmer. It pulsed. Freddy scooped a handful. The gold flexed toward his metal tray as if alive. It wasn't just gold. Juan ran a spectral analysis. Iridium, tellurium, nickel, osmium, elements common in meteorites, not placer deposits. He cross-checked impact records. In 1893, a fireball was reported over the same canyon. Freddy's grin said it all. An asteroid hit here. They renamed the site the Magnet Line, a boundary where compasses spin and operators feel pressure in their chest. The gold was coarse, jagged, 20% heavier than average. Under UV light, it filled their tent with a ghostly glow, greenish blue shimmering like a liquid aurora. Juan emailed the assay. Reply? Do not publish this data. Rumors leaked. A camera operator posted a blurred still of the glowing gold. Then it vanished. The footage? Confiscated. The network pulled. 6. Geothermal surge and the hidden chamber. Then things escalated. Late one night, the dredge lurched violently. Seismic sensors screamed. The tremors weren't coming from below, they were coming up. The ground was breathing. Thermal cracks appeared under the ice. Bright orange lines spiderwebbed in the sludge. Juan shouted, "We're sitting on a sealed vent." Freddy pushed forward. Then the bank collapsed. Water surged boiling hot. Steam erupted. The entire valley glowed gold and red in the floodlights. The dredge groaned. Bolts snapped. Gears shrieked. Freddy cut the power. Silence except for the hiss of escaping steam. They stared into a fissure where gold flecks floated like embers. And beneath the riverbed they found a chamber. Too symmetrical, too human-made. Walls glinting, gold-veined quartz, support beams, century-old timber. In one crate, stamped with a hammer and sickle, labeled Project Borealis 1949. Maps, sealed tubes, lead-lined boxes, and handwritten notes in Russian and English. Cross-sections marked with radiation symbols and georeactive sediment experiments. They realized this wasn't a gold deposit. It was a buried experiment. 7. Government sweep and the cover-up. Within hours, black-painted planes loomed. Their satellite link failed, and the GPS died. Freddy shouted, "Dump everything we can carry!" They moved 20,000 ounces of gold into barrels hidden downstream under decoy tarps. As men in environmental suits declared an emergency halt citing contamination risk, the dredge fell silent. Cameras were confiscated, their accounts scrubbed. Freddy watched the hull slip into the mist. If they're taking it, at least the world will know what we found. 8. Aftermath and unanswered questions. The results? 58,000 ounces confirmed before shutdown. $120 million worth of gold pulled in under a month. But it wasn't ordinary. Engineering labs called it the Borealis alloy. Gold fused with meteoric iron, glowing under UV, radioactive beyond known isotopes. The United States Geological Survey publicly denied involvement. Satellite data over the Brooks Range was suddenly classified. Forum posts and leaks bubbled. Covert government test site, alien origin gold, Cold War experiments. Meanwhile, Freddy and Juan vanished. Shell companies appeared in Cayman, Switzerland, and Iceland. Patents were withdrawn, footage corrupted, and drones went down. Traders whispered of gold bars with no mint marks, but density exceeding any known alloy. Some said they came from a private sale the duo made in secret. Even locals reported strange phenomena: compasses spinning, electronic shortouts near the site, distant floodlights flickering at midnight. Seismic data was declared geologically impossible. Soil shifting as if the land itself were breathing. Independent orbital scans show the same curved excavation line reappearing each spring beneath the ice. And beneath it all, the hum persists. In the frozen heart of Alaska, Freddy and Juan awakened something ancient. The gold was just the beginning. The machine, the alloy, the hum, they've opened a door into a secret that someone buried for a reason. Some things are bigger than gold, and some mysteries don't stay buried forever. If you like this story, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next chapter. Thanks for watching. Drop your theory in the comments. What do you think this machine was really digging for? Could that glowing gold alloy be alien? Government tech? Let's dig in together. See you in the next video.